The Movie Bar Podcast.
Welcome to the Movie Bar Podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Movie Bar Podcast. I am your host, John.
I'm Justin.
I'm Billy.
I see you're excited to be here this week, Justin. How you doing, Billy?
I'm okay.
All right. Let's kick it off. A little bit of housekeeping. Sad news. Roger Corman, pioneering independent producer and king of the B movies, dies at 98. Do you guys have a favorite Roger Corman movie?
I really like that Death Stalker one they did in the last drive-in a few weeks ago. That was interesting.
I like Piranha and Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. The original Little Shop of Horrors, or do you like the
original?
Not the Rick Moranis one.
No. But I did learn he also produced a unreleased Fantastic Four movie.
Oh yeah, that one was that's notoriously bad.
Some great uniforms.
Yeah.
So condolences to his friends, family, and fans.
Yes, and also Susan Backliny, the first victim of the shark in Jaws, dies at age 77.
Well, she survived a shark attack, but not life.
I know. Yeah. No one does.
We should do a whole month of Jaws.
Yeah, why not?
And then we can watch
Starts off
Jaws.
good.
We can watch Jaws.
Uh-oh.
The Revenge.
Maybe
All right.
some Jaws clones or knockoffs.
What, two-headed shark attack?
Something
Which
like
now
that.
is up to like eight-headed shark attack? I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Meg.
Well, the Meg was good.
I know.
Deep Blue Sea.
Mm.
All right. New trailers.
Yes. Handling the Undead. This one looks pretty good. I'm excited. I like these Scandinavian horror movies. They seem to really know what they're doing.
Not when they have subtitles.
Oh, wow.
John hates reading movies.
It
Hooked
takes
on
me out of the
phonics,
movie.
John. 1-800-ABCD-EFG. Check it out.
1-800
Change your
FU.
life.
Or you can get
read.
those videos that they used to advertise on TV, Muzzy.
Oh, yeah. No,
Just to learn the languages.
You can get the hooked on monkey phonics like Cartman had.
I had a teaching Teddy. I know how to read. Try again. Interesting story, but subtitles just don't do it for me. I'm sorry. It's not for me.
Learn
Just
Swedish.
wait for the American remake.
Yeah. How many times did I buy a movie, Justin, and the minute I saw subtitles, take it out and return it?
The fact is he couldn't figure it out before he bought it. That's the funny part.
Yeah. So.
Well,
All
all
right.
the directors, all the actors, all the producers, all of the stagehand that's listed
No.
is in Chinese.
No, there was that one movie with Clive Owen. I think it was The Intruders. It didn't say anything about fucking subtitles, but it had subtitles.
That's one of your examples. I have
That's the
more
only one I could think of.
the
Yeah.
other way.
Keep it up and we'll do a commentary for Donkey Punch, okay?
And I know how much you want to watch that again. You do love watching penis run around on screen.
No. It's still on my PlayStation. I don't know why.
He brings it up every once in a while.
You
when
don't,
you're
huh?
Alone time.
No, like I was scrolling through. It was like videos you own. I was like, oh, let's see what I have.
Go give you a donkey punch.
Stupid movie. All right, what's next, Justin?
We've got a trailer for Despicable Me 4. Which, I mean, at this point, it's what, like the 8th of these goddamn movies. But I mean,
Sixth.
they're still good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Regal has for the popcorn box for the Minions.
Mm. It'll probably
really get it?
Regal. We drop the ball on that so much. Drives me nuts. All we usually get are those metal tin ones. That Garfield one I sent you, that's like kind of like something that's just
Not-
out of left field. It's not something they normally do.
That's because the other ones are doing the Dune ones and all that shit. And they're like, oh, now we got to get people to do that. We got to come up with our
Yeah.
own. And
Well, we've been
That's how that
saying
goes.
that for like the longest time.
Well, they did do
capitalism.
They did Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that one really is not. It's really not for popcorn.
I wouldn't know. Somebody
Was
grabbed
the
it from me,
Dune
but
one for
I still
popcorn?
have it.
I know.
I still have it. I'll bring it to Hunter's birthday party.
Yeah.
I haven't
The Dune
forgotten
one
it.
definitely was not for popcorn.
No, the Dune one, no. And then
No.
somebody customized one where it's all furry and
Oh
like
no.
so much time on their hands.
Those are editors.
Okay,
but I
but-
mean, it looks good. It's good.
Yeah.
Turn some of them into the Avengers, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah. I love it when he's got the breakfast. Your name is Brittany. Yeah, so Despicable Me 4. I think that's a July 4th movie, isn't it?
July, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. What do we watch this week? Justin, start us off. You haven't said much yet.
Yay! Because I'm watching my internet come and go. This is computer. Let's see. What did I watch this week? I watched the Flintstones.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
Yay. I watched The Equalizer today. That's always good for some violence.
I have a question about that.
Okay.
I don't think I've watched it, but was that based in Boston?
Yes.
The first one, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. First two.
You haven't
Wasn't it?
watched that? That's like
You never watched it?
I might have
No.
watched it when it first came out, but I was looking up movies that were like based in Massachusetts, and that came up, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it was.
Yeah.
A little
first two.
different. It's
good.
it's one of the it's an action movie where he's never at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Just
why
kicks
did they
ass.
even make this movie? He's just like, I am unstoppable.
It's great. I love them. Even the third one wasn't too bad.
Watched a little bit of Pixels because it was on while I was making dinner.
I like that movie.
And I watched like the last, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes of The Karate Kid because it was on before the Flintstones. Which conveniently, the Flintstones was on twice today, so I could just catch it on TV instead of having to frickin' find it on streaming.
I wish I had watched Viva Rock Vegas, but is that it?
It was on right after. I could have, but I was like, fuck no.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
All right, Billy, what did you watch?
Okay. Well, I started off with Used Cars, which is a classic 1980s comedy. Kurt Russell. You ever see it, Justin?
Nope.
No, you should. It's funny. It is funny. Then I went and saw on Tubi Meat Cleaver Massacre, which has neither a meat cleaver or massacre in it. It's about some supernatural boogeyman thing that hunts down people that kill this guy's family and put him in a coma.
Sounds like that was a movie that they liked the title and then it just went through multiple guys.
They
and
tried-
eventually lost the plot.
It was originally called Hollywood Meat Cleaver Massacre, because they were trying to, take after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah.
but it has nothing. Yeah, it was.
Is
Ugh.
it based in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Okay. At least it would have had that.
Yeah. Then I watched Good Boys.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't bad. It was all right for those raunchy comedies, coming of age stories. Then I watched Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads movie there, the concert. Excellent movie. I watched The Slayer, another one on Tubi. It was all right. It was just I don't know, it was kind of confusing a little bit.
Did they show the same commercials over and over again on Tubi?
No, they don't.
Okay.
They this
Oh, no,
usually
never
use
mind.
some pretty
That
good.
was Pluto TV.
Yeah, Pluto TV does, but Tubi there's a pretty good mix. They throw in a lot of local ads too. Then I watched the last drive-in episode for Death Spa, which came out this week. Have you watched that one yet, John? No, wasn't bad. It was kind of interesting. The Flintstones. Then I watched The World's End. The finale of the Cornetto trilogy. It was okay. Not nearly as good as Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, but it was all right. I watched the Bruce Campbell classic Maniac Cop. Yeah, and then this is one I watched today. It said the
Oh, here we
tagline
go.
said that it was Ted Meets the Terrifier. It was not Ted Meets the Terrifier. It's called Night of the Killer Bears. It was a Thai movie. So it was
Sounds like they're just
filmed.
trying to capitalize on like 5 different,
Oh yeah. This,
franchises at once.
yeah, this movie, it like totally just made no sense. I mean, it was in Thai, so I mean,
Oh, like Thai, the language? Oh, hold on.
yes, it was
No,
filmed in
everybody was
Thailand.
just tied up in knots.
Yeah, and it had like this gang of people with giant teddy bear heads on them, and they killed some people. Then some other people killed the teddy bears, and it turns out to be like a big revenge movie, and yeah, it wasn't that good. Yeah, but that's it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they tried. I mean, there were some good kills. Like
If you want a
one
good
guy
killer
that's-
teddy bear movie, you got to find the short film Dead Time Bears.
yeah, there
Very
was one.
interesting.
I will say there was one good kill where one of the bears just takes an axe and one swipes, just cleaves the guy right down the middle.
Oh, like
Good
Wrong
strike.
Turn 2.
Yeah.
In the beginning of Wrong Turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I watched Saw X. I am done with Saw now. Watched all 10 of them. Then I watched The Covenant, the Guy Ritchie movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Fucking amazing movie. Then I watched Hot Pursuit with Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara.
Vergara,
Whatever.
not Viagra.
I didn't say Viagra.
You said it was closer to Viagra than it was Vergara.
And then I watched Megan Levy. It's about a canine officer in the military who grows attached to her dog and goes to Afghanistan. She gets sent home. The dog's supposed to come back. Nice story. Then I watched Home of the Brave, Fort Bliss. That's about a mom that comes back from deployment and has her kid, and like he wants no part of her. And then when they finally reconnect, she gets redeployed again. And then me and Hunter, we watched Migration. Pretty good. Funny.
Yeah, we watched that with the kids a while ago.
And then we watched Stuber with Batista, where he's the cop and he's blind and he gets in the Uber. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have watched that with Hunter, but whatever.
Yeah, that one was a little.
Yeah. I thought he was going to rat me out yesterday too, but he didn't. And then I watched. Go ahead.
I saw
what?
Stuber. I think I saw Stuber. Did I see that with AJ? I don't think so. I think that
Like
was
we
just
all
me.
watched it when it first came out, but
Yeah, I can't remember. That was long. That was a while ago.
I liked his other one better, the My Spy. But then I watched Friends with Benefits, the Justin Timberlake Mila Kunis movie. And then in honor of Mother's Day, I watched Mother's Day, the Darren Lynn Bousman movie.
So not the original.
No, the
remake.
remake. I watched The Flintstones. Then I watched Summer School. And now I am starting the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I've watched 1 and 2 today. So I think I got like 7 more to go. So that's it. That's all I've watched this week.
All right.
It's about to get really slow at work, so this list is going to grow considerably. Not really, though, because I'm still invested in that trial, but that's slowly wearing
What
on me.
trial?
The Karen Reed murder case. She's accused of killing her cop boyfriend back in 2022 during a snowstorm.
Oh, that one.
But then they're saying that it happened inside by the
Did anybody
homeowner.
finish the Tom Brady roast?
I did.
No,
Sorry, my internet's slow. I didn't know you were talking.
The what?
Said my internet's fucked up. I didn't know you were talking still.
Don't you work for the internet company?
It's not the internet, it's my computer, dummy.
You make good money. Get a new computer.
No, not enough to buy a new computer.
You get a laptop for $300.
Did you finish the Tom Brady roast?
No, I did not.
I did.
Next week. We'll discuss it next week. But now it's time for our feature presentation.
You are about to embark on an extraordinary journey. A voyage to the very dawn of civilization. To a place called Bedrock.
Hey, the Cave Vacuum forecast for tonight calls for light seismic activity and a 20% chance of meteor showers.
Where human society as we know it was born. It was home to modern Stone Age man. Home to the Flintstones.
I'm home!
This summer, from Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment. John Goodman, Rick Moranis, Elizabeth Perkins, Rosie O'Donnell, Kyle MacLachlan, Halle Berry, Jonathan Winters, the BC-52s, and Elizabeth Taylor.
Fred Flintstone, you've arrived. I'm only one man. Not from the back.
It doesn't get any better than this. Steven Spielrock presents The Flintstones. Directed by Brian Levant.
This week we are covering the Flintstones. Big-hearted, dim-witted factory worker Fred Flintstone lends money to his pal Barney Rubble so they can adopt a baby. As thanks, Barney swaps his IQ test for Fred's during an executive search program. After getting promoted, however, Fred becomes embroiled in the dastardly scheming of his boss Cliff Vandercave, who enlists his secretary, Sharon Stone, to seduce Fred, angering Fred's wife, Wilma. Originally released on May 23rd, 1994, directed by Brian Levant, budget of $45 million US, even though it says $46 million right afterward. Distributed by Universal Pictures and Warner Brothers, adapted from the cartoon The Flintstones, and cinematography by Dean Kundry. These notes are all messed up, aren't they?
Yeah, that's still red. So you want me to read that?
No, I'll do it. Rated PG, has a runtime of 1 hour and 31 minutes, and is currently not streaming anywhere.
Oh, our lovable cast of characters. We've got John Goodman as Yabba Dabba Doo, Fred Flintstone. Rick Moranis as Barney Rubble. Elizabeth Perkins as Wilma Flintstone. Rosie O'Donnell as Betty Rubble. Kyle MacLachlan as Cliff Vandercave. Halle Berry as Miss Sharon Stone. Elizabeth Taylor as Pearl Slaghoople. There's a name for you. Elaine and Melanie Silver as Pebbles. Heiner and Marina Sigurdsson as Bam Bam. Harvey Korman as the voice of the Dictabird. Dan Florek as Fred's supervisor, Mr. Slate. Richard Mall and Erwin Keyes as co-workers Hoagie and Joe Rockhead. That's Cheryl Lee Ralph as the adoption agent, Mrs. Pyrite.
Okay. So let's talk about this set that they designed. Obviously, looks like bedrock.
Yeah,
Right.
they tried. They did.
I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah, but compared to the cartoon.
A lot of nice little simple sight jokes, like the dozens or over 19 dozen served at McDonald's, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the puns too, with the now flying over the Grand Canyon, which you'll be able to see in 15 million years. Like, do you think that added more to the movie having puns like that?
I think they were trying too hard.
Think
I
so?
don't know. I think so. It didn't. I don't know.
Did you guys see this when you were kids? Obviously,
Me now. No.
Justin.
Hey, Justin. I think
And
we
he's
lost
frozen.
him.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, he said, "Did you see this when you were a kid?" And I said, "No. I don't remember seeing it."
Sure, I did. Unfortunately.
All right, so let's talk about the casting of our main characters here. Fred Flintstone, John Goodman.
Great. I don't think the cast was the problem in this movie. No, the cast was great. The people they picked for it, great choices. I mean, Rick Moranis, John Goodman, even like Elizabeth Taylor, Kyle MacLachlan. They're all fantastic. It's just, I don't know. It was just too much
Shitty script.
overacting. I'd say overacting, trying to dumb it down. Too much dumbing down. I think. I don't know.
I don't know about the dumbing down. I think the story could have been a little stronger.
Yeah.
But I mean, it did flow. Like,
Well, I mean, the Flintstones weren't about, complicated stories.
No.
So, I mean, making a movie out of, what was essentially just, a sitcom about daily life is,
Mhm.
they didn't, they had to come up with something that they could drag out for an hour and a half instead of, 10 or 15 minutes for an episode or, whatever. So, it's tough to put that into, a palatable live action movie, let alone a cartoon movie.
I think that's why.
I mean, the best, movies based off of, like cartoons or shows or anything are ones that just feel like it's a really long episode.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel long. It just kind of feels kind of the same, but just has that bigger feel. So it's tough to do with this, show like the Flintstones.
do you have an example of that? Like, what's one that like pops off the top of your head?
I don't freaking know.
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers was
The
good.
G.I. Joe movie. Things like that.
So,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are pretty.
Yeah.
Was that a
Those are pretty
cartoon
much
before
just
it was a movie?
Yeah.
Or
Yes, that was a cartoon before it was a movie.
and even
It
like
was
the
a comic
X-Men.
book before it was all of it.
Oh. So obviously Fred, we talked about Barney, Rick Moranis, Wilma, Elizabeth Perkins, Rosie O'Donnell as Betty. It's amazing they used two sets of twins. That must have been hell on set for Pebbles and Bam Bam.
They always use twins.
Yeah.
But
That kind of thing.
How about like the puppets? You know, the obviously it was all practical.
Well, not all of it. I mean, Dino was
Dino wasn't.
at times was computer generated, and you
Oh,
could
was it?
tell. I mean, it was
Yes, very
pretty
clearly.
obvious. But I mean, for the time where this was made, that was still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But if you saw that today, it'd be like, ouch.
But like the garbage disposal,
Mm-hmm.
the shower, the elephant, or the whatever the hell.
The
mammoth.
Dick the
Woolly
Graph
mammoth?
there,
Yeah.
or
Dick the bird.
Dick the Bird.
So obviously we learned Fred has given Barney money so they can adopt Bam Bam, who was raised by
Pachyderms.
yeah,
Yes.
I forgot. And it's funny what, Bam Bam in the cartoon was very strong, and he was very strong in this movie. I like the little montage where they're trying to cut his hair and the bowl cut.
When they're
Yep.
moving out, he's carrying the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, put it over there on top. Yeah, okay. But then you see obviously stuff from the cartoon, like the foot powered cars.
Yeah, every single time they get a close up of the feet. It's like
Yeah.
this director have like some sort of foot fetish or something. Jesus.
Yeah,
get
I was
the
expecting
idea.
to see Quentin Tarantino in there somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Yeah.
gee, okay, we get it. Yes, we can see they're pedaling with their feet. You don't have to get a close up of their feet every time they're in a car. Oh,
So a little bit of trivia going back with the casting.
Mhm.
John Candy, Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Chevy Chase were all considered for the role of Fred Flintstone.
The only one of those I could see is John Candy.
Yeah.
Maybe Jim Belushi. Maybe.
I
But-
think that John Goodman was the only way it could go. It's just a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
Like,
He's got the
other
right
than
hair. He's got the right body type.
Yeah, and he was
None
taller
of the
than
rest of
Barney.
them did.
So
Yeah.
for Barney,
Yeah, John Candy would be more Barney. He's just too tall.
yeah.
Hmm.
Danny DeVito was actually Steven Spielberg's first choice for Barney, but DeVito felt his acting style was too gruff to portray Barney. And
he'd
turned
be
it
better
down.
as a Fred.
And he
Danny
actually
DeVito would.
recommended,
Yeah, but he was too short.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis. So thank you, Danny. And since the entire cast performed barefoot, the glassware was banned from the set to prevent injuries.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, that would suck. Be
I
like,
mean, it had to suck
Die
anyway, because no matter where they film that, it had to be hot to be that sunny. So
Mhm.
your feet must have been goddamn hard.
Yeah, I wonder where it was filmed.
And I hate walking around barefoot anyway.
Hmm.
But when it's hot, fuck that.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
have ways of cooling it down.
Well, I mean, it was mostly sand, but sand gets hot.
I think it's really fucking hot. Turns into glass.
Doesn't say where it was filmed.
Probably just in the desert around California.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so the main storyline, on top of Fred helping Barney helps Fred and gets the aptitude test. I love when they're like, "Oh, pull out your number two chisels." And what are you guys thinking about the storyline? Knowing what you know about Fred from the cartoons, he's not that bright.
That he's as dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of see it coming. I mean, it's not like it's pretty straightforward. Kind of what you would expect. Barney, Fred helped me get, my son, so I'm going to help him get that promotion. I can see he's not doing too well
Yeah.
on those tests, and looking at his answers, seeing just how bad he did.
I wanted to pause and try and read what it said, but I wasn't going through that much effort.
Yeah.
But it was cool when Fred gets the job and they did the newspaper and it was
Mhm.
the cartoon drawing
The cartoon.
of Fred.
Yeah. That was nice.
But, you know, Mr. Executive, Vice President.
Hmm.
So, of course, the Flintstones are living the lap of luxury and Fred has to fire his best friend, Bon.
Well,
Yeah, I was
you gotta
surprised
fire the
Barney
guy
took it so
who's
well.
You know, he's a
Yeah.
hapless, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
caveman. He's
Yeah,
always
he
been
wasn't.
the hapless buddy.
I know,
And
but he
Fred-
wasn't like resentful of Fred right off the bat.
Well,
because
Fred
of
made
it.
his dreams come true by getting them Bam Bam. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that would be like, you know, if you couldn't have a kid, you know, me giving you the money to adopt a kid, you would be forever in my debt. And I would let that be known at any possible chance I could get.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
But
Because you're
John
not Fred
loves
Flintstone.
fantasies.
because what?
Because you're not Fred Flintstone.
I am. I'm a big lovable dimwit at times.
Yeah, but Fred's not going around just bragging about how, I gave you the money to adopt your kid, blah blah blah. See?
No, I wouldn't really do that.
I know you wouldn't.
Liar.
But shut up.
I know
Just
you
once or
would.
twice.
The first like 2 years, maybe. After that,
Yeah, once or twice in the first half an hour.
Then when I start
And then
asking you to
after that,
babysit,
You know,
Yeah.
every half an hour.
hey, can you babysit? No, hey, I got you that fucking kid. That's the extent of my kindness right there. That's as far as I'm going. You want to be godfather? No, I'm good. No, I got you the kid. That's all. That's it. But so let's talk about the difference between Wilma and Betty when Fred gets the promotion, and they're in that really nice store, and Bam Bam goes on one of his Bam Bam rampages.
I don't know. I would have just turned Bam Bam loose on the store manager and been like, I ain't paying shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bam Bam, which is short for Bam 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 Bam. But speaking of Bam Bam, I saw today they released somebody found the toxicology report on Bam Bam Bigelow.
oh yeah,
Cocaine was on there several times, but anyways, sorry, tangent. So of course, to make Fred happy, they throw shells at him.
yes,
Money.
Well, yeah, the boss there giving him the bonus to make it.
To sign all those things, and the Dick
Yeah.
the Bird tries to tell him.
Yeah, he's being set up, but Fred's too stupid to realize it.
And he wants to send the quarry guys on a nice vacation, so he signs the order to let them go.
Yes, thought they were getting a vacation. Nope, you're fired.
And
Your
that's
vacation.
Yeah, not a good vacation.
No.
but then when he goes in the file room and reads it, and then slams it down on his desk and breaks it, that was obviously the only proof they had, right?
Yeah.
But hey, when you want to take over, when you want to embezzle money, you find a dimwit as the
fall guy.
the patsy, yeah, the fall guy.
See, but like that's the biggest problem with the movie is that like they go through that test, they switch the tests. And
Yes,
they're
so they
like,
were-
oh, this
yeah.
is the perfect guy. We needed the idiot. If you
But
needed
then-
the idiot, you should have taken the guy with the lowest one, you know?
Exactly.
Because had it been Barney probably would have caught on and actually been reading things and would have
Exactly.
caught
So
them.
this doesn't
It's
make
like
sense.
the whole fucking plot of the movie is dumb.
Yes.
But see, now I don't think they expected anybody to be that smart.
But still,
Then
like,
why
if you're
would you
gonna-
still
if
why
you're
would they
gonna
take
run
him?
a play like that, you don't want the smartest person in the group. You want the dumbest person in the goddamn group. I mean, if they were gonna pull that shit on us, they'd want John.
Why do I put myself through this?
Uh,
Well, he lets all the quarry guys go.
Oh, now John sounds sad.
Yeah, John said.
That one was a little too close to home.
Join me next week on the Movie Cult podcast when I jump ship and do my own shit. But
is that all it takes?
no.
How much more time do we have on this episode?
You know, we get a few open-ended spots on the schedule. I think.
Come on, Billy, we can do this in a minute and a half. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then, okay, back to the Flintstones. So Fred's hiding. Fred has the encounter with Barney, the waiter now.
With the BC-52s.
Yes, which was actually the B-52s.
Yes.
That song was kind of catchy. Twist, twist. You know.
I like the B-52s, but just not particularly that song.
Yeah. But you kind of see how far Fred has fallen from his normal life.
Mm-hmm.
With the scene with Barney and
he's got that nice sports car.
And Barney is waiting tables and really lets Fred have it.
Yep.
He even punches out, you know. But so when Fred figures out exactly what he's done by letting the guys go when they're picketing outside, he goes on the run, and he's hiding.
Well, because he figured, because he figured out that being the embezzlement, and he was now wanted by the police. He's a wanted man.
I love the scene when he's down under the bridge and he's got the beard on and the jacket and the garbage disposal. It's down. It's down. Ratting him out. And they figure out that it's Fred, and of course Barney shows up selling snow cones. Well, I thought you came to save me. No, I saw a crowd.
What are you doing here? I'm getting lynched. That's a great thing for a kid's movie.
Yeah. That's how you handle your problems. You lynch a guy, you know. But Betty and Wilmer, they put it all together. The Unsolved Mysteries with Jay Leno.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, but doobie-doo, doobie-doo.
Yabba dabba dabba.
Yeah. That was it. I just watched this yesterday. I can't remember shit like that. But so of course, Wilmer, Betty try to save the day with the Dick the Bird.
Yep.
And eventually,
Just like saying Dick the Bird.
Yeah, but the bad guys, they kidnap the kids.
Well, not before Fred apologizes to the Dick the Bird.
Yeah.
I don't think they heard you in the back, Mr. Flintstone. He's like the short round of the Flintstones, you know. But yes, the bad guy does kidnap the kid.
Dr. Jones.
No, why you call him Mr. Flintstone?
Dr. Flintstone.
Yeah, Dr. Flintstone. And I love when they walk in the house and the mother-in-law is tied up and he goes and releases Dino. But so yeah,
the fact that her last name is Slag Hoople.
Yeah, interesting.
How many different ways can we call this lady a whore?
In a kids' movie too, at that.
Yeah.
They won't know. Slag's a British term.
That's right. We're cultured. We know.
Yeah.
But did you
we
back
know
in
all
94?
the foreign slang.
Yeah. That's the only foreign languages I speak are bad words.
Yeah, bell end.
Shut up, you boosty. It's German for bitch. But so of course Fred
bell end does.
No, I don't. Moving on.
Probably never seen one.
Moving on. So let's talk about the last scene with Mr. Vander, whatever the hell his name was.
Vander Cave or
yeah.
Where?
Yeah, Cliff Vander Cave. he's kidnapped the kids and got them on that contraption that he showed that put the quarry
Makes the
workers
modular houses,
Yeah.
the automations.
They shoot Barney up with the catapult, which of course knocks him out. And
Because of physics, I mean, he should have realized he wasn't as heavy as a boulder, so he's going to go farther.
yes, Fred should have been the one that they threw. He looked about bigger than boulder.
Yeah.
But eventually they saved the day, and with Fred's tippy-toe bowling,
They discover concrete.
well, they discover a substance which would later be known as concrete, named after Mr. Slade's daughter, Concretia.
Yeah. Well, still.
Even Mr. Slate was perfect casting. When you think of the cartoon and you look at Dan Florek,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have no problem with the cast. The cast was wonderful. It's the story.
So the saber-toothed cat marks the first time that there was a furry CG character in a feature film. And a complex algorithm had to be developed to calculate the movements of every single hair on the fur. And Matt Blank receives a credit for the voice of
Matt
Dino.
Blank? What was
Mel
that?
Blanc, I'm sorry.
Respect.
Yeah, Mel Blanc received the credit for Dino. Did you guys catch the credits at the end?
No. I turned
I
it
didn't
off.
sit
I
around
was
for
not
that
staying
crap.
around for that.
Well, the statements at the end.
No idea what you're talking about.
There were several statements in the
like
closing.
no
dinosaurs were harmed in the production of this motion picture.
Yeah.
The producer would like to thank the people of Bedrock and the Bedrock Film Commission, a Steven Spielrock production. When in Holly Rock, visit Universal Studios.
Ha.
And then they end the movie with the opening of the cartoon
With the ribs landing on the thing.
going to the drive-in. So something I wanted to talk about. We kind of discussed it yesterday through our text group there when Billy sent us 47 pictures of the Garfield popcorn
I
box.
sent one. It's just
No,
they
you
kept
sent
on
it
resending.
fucking 80 times.
No, the system did. My phone actually says not sent. It tried to send and never got the acknowledgement back, so it just kept on resending.
If I had gotten a text at 4 o'clock in the morning of Garfield popcorn bucket, I would have killed you. Just so you know. But
I'll have to remind myself to send you a picture of a Garfield popcorn bucket at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So I did a little research, and I remember as a kid, this was a big tie-in with McDonald's because of the Rock Donalds. And I found some of the advertisements they had back then. So they obviously had the Happy Meal toys, which was the little houses with the car in it, which was like Betty and Barney in the log car, Fred and Wilmar, Bam Bam Pebbles, and all that. Then they had 4 collectible cups, which had like Fred on.
I remember the goddamn commercials for those things.
Yeah. So the meal they offered at the time, because every movie had like a special meal.
Wasn't it a McRib?
It was called the Grand Poobah meal, which was
yeah.
a supersized drink and fry and a McRib sandwich. Billy, how much do you think that went for back in 1994?
$4.99.
Justin?
I was going to go $3.99.
$3.58.
That's closer.
You know,
nowadays that would be like
$15.
And
but they don't have the super
crap.
size anymore.
And it's probably the same McRib from 1994.
No, I'm sure it's gotten smaller.
They only ever made it once. So just keep sending them out.
I don't know. The McRib's usually pretty popular when it's released.
Well, they said last year was 2 years ago was like a retirement tour for the McRib, but now they announced they're bringing it back again this summer.
Of course, they always gonna say it's limited time. You know, just like the Burger King chicken parm sandwich they do. Oof.
Wendy's had a good chicken parm sandwich.
Yeah. I remember when Burger King did the veal parm sandwich back in the 80s. Oh, that was the best.
Ugh.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
I love
But
that.
Lots.
you know,
There's lots wrong with me, John. You know that.
yes. But you know, I always remember McDonald's having like the best promotions with movies. Jurassic Park, Flintstones.
I remember the Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies. The
Yeah.
Remember the cups for the Batman? I think it was Batman Returns or Batman Forever.
I'm pretty sure Zachary still has a few of the old McDonald's Hercules plates
Mhm.
from
Really?
Kirsten. Yeah,
We
Because
got
used to use
one.
them at Kirsten's
We
all
got
the time.
one for AJ. We still have.
Like
It's not safe
You know-
to eat off of.
We were
probably
still
got
eating
lead.
off of them.
But like nowadays, the you very rarely see a big tie-in with these restaurants. You know, now it's like the popcorn dispensers or the cups. Like
or
I
it's
have,
just a Happy Meal toy.
yeah, and
Mhm.
even those have gotten cheaper. Like
Because people now, it's unhealthy. It can't be McDonald's.
I remember the Super Mario Brothers movie, Happy Meal toys.
Mhm.
That shit sticks with you. The little Koopa,
Yeah.
the little Koopa where you push it down and it jumps.
I remember the Return of the Jedi glasses. I think that was. I don't think that was McDonald's. I think that was Burger King. But oh yeah, I remember those. I
And
remember.
like Burger King with Toy Story, I remember.
Mhm.
They had that's when they came out with the rodeo burger,
Mhm.
and they had the stuffed puppets that you get. You know, you don't see
Remember
stuff
the
like that.
Simpsons? The Simpsons ones with the plastic heads, the dolls.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God, those were like everyone wanted Bart.
The Pokemon cards had fucking the golden ones.
Oh.
Yeah, Burger King.
Like what
That's funny, everybody talks about the McDonald's toys, but Burger King had the bigger ones.
Mm.
Because they had those Pokemon cards that, Jesus, nowadays, if you have one of those, it's worth, like, actual fucking money. They had the
Why?
Simpsons and...
That's why when Regal does the Pokemon cards for like they did like the Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I got so many packages of those that were they were throwing them out because they had so many of them. I just grabbed a bunch of them.
You think those will be worth money someday?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Maybe
if they're not opened.
AJ opened them, didn't he?
most of them.
Fucking kids.
All right, they're all in little sleeves and whatnot.
But yeah, like it's not the same.
No,
I wish they.
back in my days.
Yeah. We had it made. Especially supersized because of that stupid movie,
Bastards ruined it.
which ended up being all a lie, I guess they just came out with. But all right. Overall opinion of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt's pretty good description. If you want to have your kids mindlessly sit in front of something for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
yay. If you're looking for a fucking movie, go somewhere
No.
else.
Well, it did spawn a sequel. The
No returning character.
And I am not watching that. Never watched it. I don't plan on it.
Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. Who played Fred Flintstone in that movie?
And it wasn't John Goodman.
Not
Was it?
John Goodman, no.
The Flintstones.
Oh, it might have been.
No, it was not Goodman.
No,
Okay, I don't remember his name.
I think they might have done the two. I thought after
No,
that
I
though
think
they did.
Well,
a
it came
couple of
out 6 years later.
Yeah.
Mac Addy played Fred Flintstone. Stephen Baldwin played Barney Rubble. Jane Krakowski played Betty. Kristen Johnson played Wilma. Then they had Chip Rockefeller, which was played by Thomas Gibson.
Oh, wait, was that the mother from Malcolm in the Middle playing?
Krakowski? No, that's the one
No.
from
30 Rock.
Yeah.
The
Blonde.
blonde.
Oh,
Blonde
okay.
girl. And then Kristen Johnson was the one on Third Rock from the Sun. Harvey Korman returned. Alan Cumming. So obviously, John Chow was in it too. So obviously the first one was somewhat of a success, making $45 million. How come you think we never got a live action Jetsons?
I don't know. Good question. They should have.
Yeah, probably because doing all the fucking flying cars and the homes.
Yeah,
and all
probably
that
be a lot
would
more
be
expensive.
Expensive animation. You need a lot of CGI for that movie.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, it could be done
We should
now.
petition for one now. Now would be a good time to do it.
They could do it.
Yeah.
With the technology nowadays.
Even if it was a computer animated remake, it's still
can't be
action.
set in fucking 2015 or whatever the hell it was. Because that shit ain't happening. We're talking like 2046.
Awesome. No, I think at this point I realized that if you're looking for like that kind of future, you got to go like hundreds of years from now.
Yeah.
There's too many old fucks who won't let shit
The year
happen.
3000.
Oh, we'll all be 100.
Well, they did come out with the Jetsons movie, but it wasn't live action in 1990.
Yeah, that was a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was basically just a long episode.
Which is what it should be.
I mean, they've done Woody Woodpecker, they've done Yogi Bear, they've done...
Yeah, but Woody Woodpecker's in a forest. There's lots of fucking forests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Yogi Bear's in a national park. There's lots of national parks. We don't have too many fucking cities on poles, man.
Up in the sky.
Flying cars.
Okay, so apparently Robert Zemeckis in 2017 was rebooting the Jetsons as a live-action TV sitcom.
Really?
That went far.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been good for kids, according to the outfits. Holy crap. Let's see what happened.
Well, did you see Miss Sharon Stone in the Flintstones?
Well, that was the Stone Age, you know. But, so yeah. Maybe eventually they'll get around to it because they're running out of ideas anyways. So how about the length? 1 hour, 31 minutes. I think it was good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you expect from a movie.
Yeah. So we know how Justin feels about finding another movie. Do we recommend The Flintstones? I say yes.
No.
If you have kids, yeah. If you watched it, in the
if you're a
90s,
kid, yeah. If you, no.
If you have kids, yeah. If you're, no.
it's more of a nostalgia for an adult nowadays.
Yeah, I guess if you're a child of the 90s.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you saw this in theaters with all the other little heathens.
You know.
Bring it back. All right. Billy, why don't you give us some ratings?
I'll give it 1.5 stars.
1.5 stars.
Oh.
I'll be nice. I'll give it 2.
I gave it 4.
I was being nice. I wanted to give it 1.
4? For what?
I like this movie. It's a nostalgia trip for me.
It's
It reminds me of his childhood with fucking Mongo.
No. No. My mummy.
Oh.
No, we're not replacing the dishwasher. We just gotta fix it.
He is like a modern day Fred Flintstone.
You lazy son of a bitch. I'll yabba dabba do you upside your fucking head. And
Good
then I'll
thing he
tell you
doesn't
this
listen.
is be your brother.
But no, he does remind me of Fred Flintstone.
I'll tell him you
Uh,
said that.
All right. Well, IMDb had this 5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a
Wow, that's
25%.
incredibly high.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 25% out of 100. Letterboxd 2.5 out of 5.
Wow.
It was probably
Yeah.
2 until I did it, but
Yeah, your 4 fucking really upvoted it. 2 other people fucking rated it. Next week, we'll be covering another good one. The 40th anniversary of Firestarter, starring Drew Barrymore. 8-year-old girl on a coke binge. Yay!
that's based on a Stephen King novel, right?
Yes.
Firestarter. All right, something to look forward to next week. Well,
For it to
that's
be over?
All right, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today. It's been fun. See me on the Movie Cult starting next week.
But before we go, you can find John on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast, and probably where you're listening to this podcast right now.
And don't forget to follow John on social media to stay updated on future episodes. Enjoy the conversation. You can find us on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at movie_bar_pod and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook.
Yeah, I bet you he wishes he was at _a_bar right now. Underscore.
I'm just going to find me a hot chick to do this with. That'll bring in viewers left and right.
Right.
And our
Until
next episode will be in 2335.
Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the reels rolling, and catch you next week on the Movie Bar Podcast.
Yabba dabba doo.
Wilma!
Yabba dabba dabba.
Ruined my Wilma, you bastard.